we're back. Time for another Trinity video, getting you ready to meditate with us on Wednesday nights. This week, our energy is discernment. Discernment's a pretty simple energy, so this will be a pretty simple demonstration for you. As far as I can tell, discernment is just a resonator metal detector, basically. It tells you whether you are in resonance or not. That's all you're looking for. If you're resonating on a heart level with somebody, then this moment is real. If there's no resonance, this is an unreal illusion, and you're wasting your time in this moment. And that's what discernment tells you. It says, this is real, this is unreal. This is real, this is unreal. It's very useful, but it's very simple. It just kind of separates the wheat from the chaff. That's what it does. So to get you in that feeling of using discernment, I'm going to use a simple exercise that I got from my buddy Nick Hughes when I was working security at concert venues in Atlanta during my college days. He had this technique that he called counterpoint. And that is to say, when you get people that are coming at you with pointing, you got to make an exception because we got to get in there. It's very important that we get in there. And they start pointing and pointing and pointing. He would always counterpoint. If they're pointing over there, he'd say, well, that's not what I got from your buddies over there. And if they look and go, well, what buddies? What are you talking about? Then they're willing to engage. They're trying to get clear. And if you point over there, they want to see what's that. And is that part of the equation? I don't think so. Let me clarify that. But if they don't even look, if you point over there and they don't even look and they're still here with this and this and this, you need to walk away from that. Because that person is not there to engage with you. That person has become locked in on what they want. Their picture is all that they can see in that moment, and there will be no resonance for you. Might as well just disengage. Nick told me he got this from law enforcement training, that the Secret Service makes a big deal about target focus. If somebody tries to shoot the president, they will go through the film and review the audience, and they're looking for that one person that's just zoomed in on the president. And if somebody shuts a door, or if there's a commotion over there, they don't even look over. Everybody else in the audience will go, well, what's that? What's happening? You know, the door shut over there. But they're looking for that one guy that doesn't even look. That's your guy. It's a huge sign of aggression when you become super focused on what you want to the exclusion of everything else. You're locked into your picture. This is what I must have. There's no engaging you. There's not going to be any resonance in that moment. You're very much into your attachment to your picture. You're target locked on this thing, and you become very aggressive if you can't have it. You don't want to engage with that person. It's not going to be a real experience for you. It's going to be your patterns versus their patterns. No resonance, therefore not a real moment. It's really easy on a physical level to figure it out. They start pointing, getting really intense about you, and go there, and you should do this. You just counterpoint. You go, oh, that's not what I heard from those people over there. And if they don't even look, they're still right at you, even though you're pointing, you need to back away. There's not going to be anything good that happens in that moment. Now, you can use it in that self-defense sort of setting, but you can also use it in just verbal conversation without the pointing. If somebody's really trying to push and sell their picture to you, just introduce a wild hair into it. Just go, well, you know, what about the elephants? And if they go, what elephants? What are you talking about? Then they're still willing to engage. But if they brush that off and don't even mention the elephants, they just keep selling you on your thing, then you need to walk away. There's no resonance in that moment. If they're not even open to entertaining this different path that you put out there, then you're not going to get any resonance out of that moment. They are too into their picture to ever join with you. You can even do this with yourself. If you find yourself debating, you know, should I take this job or not? Or, you know, gosh, I don't know. I'm just too close to the picture. It just seems like I ought to. I have to. I mean, I need the money. And you go, well, maybe I'm just locked in. Maybe I'm target focused. How do you know? Well, throw in a wild hair. Say, well, what if I just took a month off and went to the Cayman Islands? And if your brain starts going, well, okay, we could do that, but we'd have to draw from our savings, and I guess that'd be okay because I made a lot this year and I'd have to move some time around. If your brain starts thinking of possibilities, then you're not attached to this job. And there's a chance that you can have some resonance there. But if your brain just brushes that off and says, no, that won't work, that won't work, that won't work, that won't work, then you know you're attached to this possibility. It may even be a good possibility, but you're not resonating with it at all because you become too target focused. So use this counterpoint technique to help you experience some discernment in the moment. If you find this stuff is useful, you should stay tuned for more Trinity.